Any good game has a way of showing the user what the score is, and in this video we're going to do just that by showing you how to write text to the screen. Okay, so this is effectively the program we had in the last tutorial. I've just changed the title to text rather than collision, and I've added in some comments so that it makes it easy for me to add in the extra functionality. So we want to record the game score, and so I need to create a variable that actually holds that game score, and I'm going to initially set that at 0. I then want to create the font that I'm going to be using. Now, game score is just an ordinary variable, but game score is a Pygame object, so it needs to come after the Pygame init. So it's going to come here. I'm going to call it font. Obviously, you can call it what you want, and that's going to be pygame.font. And then we'll look at how you can do system fonts in another video. In this one I'm just going to use a font that actually comes with Pygame, which is Free Sans Bold, let's spell that correctly, true type font, and then I want to make it size 18. So we've done that bit. The next thing we want to do is to actually make our message and basically render our message. So it's I'm going to call the bit that I put, the text that I put on the screen, score. So score equals fonts, okay, which we made before, render. And then this is the important bit. So the first thing we do is going to have some text. So I'm going to make it the string of the game score, because obviously the game score is a number at the moment, but I want to change it to text. And then I want to put here true, and that makes it the way it actually makes the letters in terms of smoothing them out or not. And then I want to make the color red. The next thing I want to do, I don't even have to do this next bit, but I want to make it so that my text is centered on a point. So I'm going to go for a rectangle around the score. So we're going to go for score rec. I can call it what I like. I'm going to say that equals score, which we had already. Now don't forget, score is a rendered piece of text, and I want the rectangle that goes around it. And with that score, there is a with any object that we put on a Pygame screen, there is a function that goes with it called getRectangle. So that's the rectangle that goes around it. And then I want to set the center of this rectangle. So the center of the text is the thing that everything's going to be centered on. So I'm going to go score rect dot center, and then I want the center to be 480, 20. So I'm just saying there where I want it to be. At this point it's not actually putting anything on the screen. Let's get rid of that. I do that with Blitz, and we use Blitz for images as well, and we'll do that in a later video, because obviously eventually we want to make our games look better. So I'm going to go to the display, and then if I want to put an image or some text on the screen, I blit it to the screen. I don't know what blit means. Maybe someone will add that in the comment. I could look it up, but I can't really be bothered. So we've got score, and where do I want? So score's the thing that I'm going to be putting, so it's rendered text. Where do I want to do it? Well, I want to do it with respect to score rec. Now that will actually do it. If I run this now, I should get something. I'll let it go straight away, and there's the 0. Okay, and it's gone. Actually, that's not the right one. I actually ran the wrong program there. I actually want to run text. That's what we're going to be getting next time. Text. And there we go. And obviously I've got the 0 there, but the game ends. So the only other thing I want to do is go to the bottom here and change what happens here. And so if we get it greater than 0, rather than just ending, I'm going to change it now. I want game score to be plus equals 1. I want ball Y, I want that to equal 150 in terms of the height. And then this time I just want to change the velocity so it's going up rather than down. So ball Vy I want to equal -3. Remember, negatives going up in that direction. So if I run it now, it runs, goes up. I'm going to die this time, but I'm not going to die. I'm just not going to hit the ball. And look, the score's gone up by 1. I'll hit it. Let's die. I should have made this faster. I'm getting better at this game. And goes up to 2 and so on. I hope that you found this video helpful. There's a link to the code in the description below. Stay in infield with Winfield.